Children are considered to be the most vulnerable citizens in society. Today, millions are caught in the middle of war zones where they're orphaned, kidnapped, abused and recruited as soldiers. Places like Afghanistan, Iraq, Gaza, South Sudan, Nigeria and Pakistan are some of the worst places for children. CCTV's John Gilmore has this in-depth look.
War destroyed their world last year. Little girls, small boys, babies.
Children were maimed, killed, raped, tortured, and never in recent memory have been children subjected to such an extreme brutality.
In December, 132 children were gunned down at a military school in Peshawar, Pakistan. Pakistani Taliban militants said it was retaliation for military operations. In April, another school and another continent. 276 girls were abducted by the Islamic militant group Boko Haram in the town of Chibok in northern Nigeria. Some escaped, but more than 200 are still missing, many likely forced into sex slavery. August. From a mountaintop in Iraq, thousands of Yazidi children and their families fled the fury of the Islamic fighters. Just some of nearly 3 million children impacted by war in Iraq.
Currently, we have 230 million of children currently living in areas affected by crisis, and 15 million caught up in major crisis conflict.
Conflicts that turned this camp in South Sudan into a treatment facility for a war-wounded boy.
He had lost a lot of blood. We didn't know where to get the blood from. This is an emergency area, so it was a very trying moment.
War, too, in the Central African Republic, where more than 2 million children are affected by that crisis. Thousands forced to fight as child soldiers. Then, the shocking images from Gaza last summer during the Israel-Hamas war. More than 500 Palestinian children were killed in the 50-day battle. Another 3,300 injured, and 54,000 children left homeless. Home for thousands of Syrian children now is a tent. Of the more than 7 million children impacted by the war there, close to 2 million are refugees. In the eastern Ukraine struggle, children have suffered too.
Around 1/3 of the 500,000 internally displaced people are children.
Mothers trying to explain to children too young to understand. And for those who survived it all, how do they recover? From the emotional scars and the physical trauma, too few answers and an outlook that's far too bleak. John Gilmore, CCTV.